On this episode of Street Rat Garage, tax return season is finally here. It's just the beginning. Our price is starting to go up. Let's have a look. So this is the second week of February, and things have changed. People are starting to get their tax refunds, early file refunds. They're getting money back, and they are going to go and start to look at vehicles at the public auctions. So if you haven't bought your car, you probably better do it right now before everybody gets their money back. It's just starting now, but it's going to get a lot worse. The prices are going to go way, way up. So we are going to look at the Indianapolis police impound auction this time. We can't go there and film, unfortunately, but we can have a look. And we have several hundred new people that have recently joined the channel. So a big hi to them. My name's Chuck. We are going to look at some auctions. So let's see what we have today. So for all the new people, we will be looking on the website. It's called Autura, A-U-T-U-R-A, Autura Marketplace. So you can put that into Google, pull up Autura. Let's have a look at it real quick. Okay, here it is right here. This is the main page, Autura Marketplace. So once you Google that and pull it up, these vehicles right here, these are just the ones I have saved, but you will have to go in, you'll have to log in, you will have to create an account, you will have to actually give them a credit card number, because if you default on any of your bids, they will charge a fee for you not following through with your promise to buy a vehicle. But there are multiple states, each city's up here, each state's up here, each city's here. So Indianapolis is where I usually go, and we have currently a live auction going on. We have to get back to that pretty soon, and these are the ones that are coming up. Even a salvage auction if you're a salvage buyer. Ohio and Kentucky and Illinois, Missouri, Kansas City, Detroit, Nashville, Greensboro, a bunch of places in Virginia, Minnesota, District of Columbia even. They've been adding some. Mississippi, Texas, and a bunch in there, and Arizona and Nevada and California. So that's all our. There's a lot of them in California. So if you're a California person, there's quite a few auctions that you can go to just here on Marketplace. Some of these are live bids. Some of these are just timed out bids as well. So let's get started here in Indiana and see what we have going. So the live auction has already started, so we're going to hit view right there. And the first up, I think this is one that I was actually looking at. It's a Ford Festiva. I just made it back in time. Now it has $1,000 bid on it. You can come down here and bid like $1,150. You know, if you wanted to bid $1,150, $11,200 on it, you'd hit that button right there. So now the secret sauce is to come down here and look. They show you the auction fees. So you got $1,200 bid on it. The total price with fees is $1,500. So this is what you got to keep in mind, people. $1,500. This is where you want to bid, and it's a little bit difficult to get to. They try to hide it on you, because if you have this slider up too far, you don't see it, and you can't see this slider right now. So you have to bring this slider down about halfway until this slider appears, which there it is. Now it appears. Now the magic slider appears. Now you can see the number that you're actually bidding on. $1,595 on a $1,250 bid. So that's how that works.
Next on the block.
So it is very, very, very important to make sure that you're bidding with that small little bitty number, so you don't get surprised on auction fees. The more that you bid on some of these auctions, the more the total fees will go up. You get up to about $5,000. You're paying, about $1,200-$1,500 in just in auction fees for some of those cars. So it adds up. So make sure you bid on the small number, not the big number. Don't get carried away on that stuff. Let's see what else we got. Now I just missed this one that I wanted to show you, but it's sold already, but it's still here. Let's look at this. It was a soon-to-be classic, I would say. It's a 2002 Chevy Monte Carlo. 2002 Chevy Monte Carlo. This one actually just sold for $475. I don't think we can see the price. Can we see the price with fees on it? Nah, after it sells, you don't see the price with fees on it. So there's probably, I don't know, another $100, $125 onto this. So it probably sold for like $600 all in. But these cars are, I think they're going to be worth something one of these days, but not 100% for sure. But this one had 101,000 miles. And this is another thing we can go over. The tags, at least at this particular auction in Indianapolis, they'll put down the mileage, they'll put down the year, and then you'll come down here, and if it has keys, it'll be marked. And if it doesn't, of course, it'll be marked. But if it has keys, they will come down here and then mark one of these boxes. Does it run? Does it not run? And then they'll put notes here. Usually if it runs, they're going to add notes. If it doesn't, there's no notes to add unless there's missing an engine or something. But it will say, if it runs, it'll say starts, went into gear, or engine runs, did not go into gear. Something along those lines will be right in that category. And then they'll give you a bunch of pictures. They'll give you the engine, which this has the 3800 2 Series, which is a really good engine, especially with only 100,000 miles on it. The only problem with this one is the dashboard was all beat up. It looks like somebody kicked in the dashboard, and I don't know what's going on here, but the bezels for the radials missing. It's all dirty. But this is a good one that if you can find the bezels and stuff and the parts for this would clean up, and I think it'd be a really nice collector car. If it had the V8 in it, it would be worth more. But the Monte Carlo SS, I think this is an SS. I can't tell. It should say SS somewhere. I don't know if the SS only had the V8 in it or what. It kind of looks like it says SS right here. But these cars, I really think they're going to be worth something. Probably going to give it another 5 or 6 years, but they're coming up. There's not a whole lot of them around, so I think that was a decent deal for this car. Okay, next up we have a vehicle that usually sells pretty good. It's a 2008 Ford Edge. 2008 Ford Edge right there. So this one, I mean, the mirror's broke. It has a emergency spare tire on it. But how many miles does it have on this one? Let's go back. 180,000 miles is 2008. Keys, engine runs, went into gear. So it's a runner. Probably got somebody got arrested, didn't have a driver's license, who knows, but they didn't go back and get their car. Has an ABS light on, has a low tire because, it has an emergency spare on it. But this is a simple cleanup. Put the wheel back on, put the mirror back on, and sell this for, I don't know, about $3,000, I would say. Yeah, definitely needs that spare put on. In this blank area, they'll put a video for you. So they'll do a little walk around of the car and engine runs, and just look at the interior real quick and all that other good stuff. So they're pretty good about documenting these vehicles. So as you can see, this is a pretty decent vehicle. You can see it's running by the tachometer and have those gauges on there. And he usually comes up here so you can hear it run in there. Well, look at that battery, though. That is nasty. It sold for $1,200. So $1,200 plus, like $200, $250 in auction fees. So it's around $1,500 for that car. Gonna sell for about $3,000, on Facebook Marketplace. Maybe even a little bit more because, people have their tax money back. So good score right there. So if you are just looking for a car that can get you back and forth to work, to the grocery store, whatever, you don't have a whole lot of money, it's a good place for you to go and buy a car. But again, you're gonna have to do it soon because tax season. But this right here, let me pull it up here. Hold on one moment. Let's get this going. Okay, there we go. It is a 2016 Hyundai Elantra. It is not in great shape, but it runs, and it went into gear. It has 160,000 miles on it. It's a 2016, went into gear. Actually, It doesn't have any key. The ignition's broke. This is one of those that they steal, but you can get that done pretty reasonably. But it has damage right here. But it's a 17, so it's a newer car, and it also has a rebuilt title, so it's not worth as much. So they really shouldn't be bidding up too high. I would say less than $1,500 on this one. 160,000 miles. It still has, you know, another 50, 60,000 miles left on it. It's dirty. You can see right here where somebody broke the ignition and stole it. So you know it runs. Is this a stick? No. Okay, it's automatic. With this boot, I thought it might have been a stick. That'd been cool. But this should go less than, you know, $1,500. Hopefully it goes less than $1,500 with auction fees on it. It just needs to be cleaned up, really. And you can just drive this. This can be your everyday driver, back and forth to work, make your money until you can buy something a little bit nicer. So there you go. It sold for $950. That's about $1,250, $1,275 or something with auction fees on it. So not bad. It's a little beat up, but it's okay. It's not so bad. I mean, it is actually starting to get difficult to find a running and driving dependable car that you can drive for, you know, under $1,500 nowadays, under $2,000. They're just not out there anymore. It's not like the old days when you could spend $500 and get something that goes back and forth. Those days are over. So this is probably going to be the best deal you're going to get for as cheap as you can possibly get. If you want to see one of the best vehicles for, you know, just simply driving or buying and flipping, if you can get it for a good deal, it is this one right here. It is a, let me pull it up. Okay, it is a 2004 RAV4. Actually, just a RAV4. Just about any RAV4 is great and awesome, and it's going to bring a lot of money. Watch, these people are going to bid this car. I mean, it's $750 right now, $775, $800, $825, $850. It's going to go. I'm going to say at least a couple $1,000s. It may fall short, but if this can be bought for like $1,500, great deal. I say this is a $3,500 car on resale. It has 216,000 miles. It's an 04. It has keys. Engine runs. Went into gear.
New bidder.
It's actually pretty good. It's a little rough around the edges. A little bit of rust right here. All this stuff is going to clean up, and it's going to be a great car. It's at $1,000 right now. Let's check our auction on $1,000. $1,365. So we got, you know, $300 and auction fees right now. But it's gonna go over $2,000 right now. It's good. If they stop bidding on it right now, great deal, because it's just under $1,500. They stop bidding, somebody's going to get a good deal on the car, and they bid some more. It still should be right around $1,500. The interior is okay. Usually RAV4 has a really good interior, really durable. It's crazy how good these interiors stay. It's a little stain that can be cleaned up. It's at $1,200. That should be just over $1,500 now. $1,537, yeah, just over. Still good. If they stop bidding, good deal. About $3,500. You can double your money.
Sold.
There it goes. A good deal on a RAV4. So yeah, the good deals are still out there. Just got to be careful not to overbid. So get out there and buy them. Now let's do a quick example of what maybe you should stay away from, especially if you're not a skilled mechanic and you have to have somebody do the work for you. Definitely stay away from something like this 2009 Lincoln right here. Now, what's the problem with this? It looks nice, right? Yeah, it's pretty decent looking car, but if we come over here, first of all, it doesn't show the mileage. So that's an issue. We don't even know how many miles are on it. It does have a key, but it says has power, will not crank. Well, that could be something really, really simple. It just, maybe it's not all the way up into gear. Maybe it wants to start in neutral. Neutral safety switch could be bad. Something like that. You would think it's easy. Well, if we come down here and we look at all the dirt on the back of here. This has been sitting somewhere for a while. Can Can we see there's a sticker on there, and plus it has a rebuilt title on it. Loses value there as well. It looks nice, and no, it doesn't look nice. It's filthy on the inside, really. But a lot of people just look at this car from the outside and think, hey, I can fix that. See these marks right here? This was impounded for sitting on the street, not being tagged, not being driven, something like that. Okay, and has a tag right here. This was tagged by a police officer because it was sitting on the street. They had 72 hours to move it. They didn't move it. It got impounded. They didn't want it. So why would you want it? There's something terribly wrong with this car, or something really easy, and they're that lazy. But it only sold for $475 plus auction fees, so that's around $600. If you are a good mechanic, you can fix it. If you are not a good mechanic and you need somebody else to fix it, it probably costs you a small fortune to do. So unless you're somebody that really knows what they're doing, stay away from stuff like this. It may look okay on the outside, but lots of issues probably. Now, if you come here to find where the auctions are and you're looking to flip some cars, starting to get into that, well, you need to know what kind of cars to buy during this crazy season that's coming up. Stuff like this car right here would be a really good example. This is a 2012 Dodge Journey, and normally it's not something awesome and great, but this is something that people are just going to want to get into and drive. Now this one's kind of cool because it only has 113,000 miles, and it's a 12. It has keys, the engine runs, and it went into gear. So we're good so far. It does have a sticker on it from where it was impounded. So it was sitting on the street, but it looks good. It has low miles on it. So I would be pretty confident that this is probably a pretty decent car. The interior looks good. I mean, for being impounded, usually the interior is all torn up on something like this, and it's getting some pretty good bids on it. So yeah, they know it's filthy on the inside. Definitely needs a lot of cleaning up, but that's what you want. Something that's dirty, that's going to need some cleaning up. You can really turn these cars around and make some money if they would stop bidding on this. They are loving this car for whatever reason. So yeah, look at it go. $2,100. So $600 worth of auction fees, because it's really $2,700. Remember, this is what you're paying right here. You're paying $2,700. You bid 21, you're paying 28, and then 22, 28. So yeah, $600 worth of auction fees there. It just keeps going. It's almost at $3,000 now. One more bid and it's $3,000. So there it goes. $3,050. So $600 worth of auction fees. Now, see how it adds up? There it goes. $3,000 for that car. But yeah, that's a good one. Also, another good one that's coming up is this Malibu right here. These sell really easy during tax return season. This only has 121,000 miles on it, and it's a 2011. Has keys, engine runs, went into gear. Another good one, and it's probably going to go for decent money. It looks like there's might be some dealers out here in the mix buying some cars to sell on their lots, because these auction prices are, some of these are starting to go up a little bit. The good cars that they absolutely know will sell, they're starting to get some higher bids than normal. This is a car that absolutely 100% will sell almost no matter what kind of price you put on it. You could probably stick a $4,000 price tag on this car and it would sell. Might be even, if you clean it up enough, you might even be able to get $5,000 out of it, but that would definitely be pushing it. 2011 Chevy Malibu, one of the best selling cars during tax return season. $2,000 on it, so that one's gone. Probably $2,500 with auction fees on there. Do we have another one? What about this Ford Edge right here? I didn't pre-look at this one. Is it any good? No miles, has keys, one in gear. I don't like the no miles thing, and it's been wrecked. Yeah, never mind on this unless you're really into fixing something. but obviously it ran because they were in an accident. Ripped part of the suspension apart, so you have to be a good mechanic to fix something like that. But if you are, you can get it for $475 plus auction fees. I missed the auction fees, but about $600. So, well, let's move on. Now we have, I don't know, it's kind of interesting to me. It's a 2014 Dodge Challenger. Let's pull that up real quick. And right here, 2014 Dodge Challenger. She's been wrecked, but not awful. It kind of looks bad from the side, if we can find the side view of it. Where's the side view of it? They didn't give you a very good side view of the wrecked area. They stood all the way back here, but this fender is pretty messed up. It's getting $1,250, but it's only a V6. If it was a V8 car, oh, there it is. This fender is actually just pushed up and wrinkled up here. It's not as bad as it looks. It really just needs a fender, a hood, and a front bumper cover there, a headlight. But there's about $1,000 worth of parts there. This probably would bring about $4,000, I would imagine. It's got 182,000 miles on it, so maybe $3,500 to $4,000. It is tax return season. It's a pretty good color, I think. And people love this car. It's crazy. They're crazy about this car. And if it was 1 year newer, definitely, because it's an interior change. But it's sold for $1,500. I think this was a pretty decent deal on this this Challenger. I was looking at it, but I don't know. Every time I buy one without going out and looking at it, there's something wrong with it. And I didn't go out and look at these cars this time. That is another thing that you have to be kind of concerned about. At the Indianapolis Metropolitan Impound auction, they kind of only give you an hour and a half to look at over 100 cars. So you have to pick out your cars and know what you want to look at. Get in there, look at them, go through them, as quickly and as thoroughly as possible to make a well-informed decision. Or be like me and just sit here, bid on them, go pick them up, and then hope that you didn't make a mistake and get something that you really didn't want. I've done that, I don't know, about 3 or 4 times already. So, but I usually come out doing pretty good because those cars I just part out and make my money back anyway. So there's that. Now here's one that I always like, the Chevy Express van. Now, why do I like Chevy Express vans? Because most of the time they have a 6.0 liter engine in them and a 4L80E transmission. So this is your LS swap all in one package right here. A lot of other people like these vans because, van life or construction vans, what this one is already. So it's getting pretty good bids right now. A little bit too much for LS swapping. $725, that's about $1,000. About $1,000, a little over $1,000 with auction fees. It's absolutely filthy inside, but you got to decide, is that good enough price for you to have a complete LS swap ready to go? Probably. I mean, not to mention the fact that you can part the rest of it out. The last one I did, I cut the van up in a bunch of sections to have the metal, just cut the sides out, made a bunch of patch panels. It's a floor pan of a couple different cars that I have. So they're good. The last van I had, I sold, took it all the way down to the frame. Somebody came out and bought the frame out from underneath that truck. Sold fenders, doors, hoods, made all my money back and got pretty much a free LS swap, the engine, the transmission, fuel pumps, all that stuff. So those are good vans to buy, just as long as you keep it, right around $1,000 or under. Now we have a good one. It is a truck. The trucks usually sell pretty good as long as they're in, decent shape. But this one here, she is a 2013 Ford F-150 right here. 2013 Ford F-150. She has the ladder rack on it. Even comes with what, one,
New bidder.
two, three ladders on it. So, you know, there's half your money back right there. Not really, but there's probably other tools in
New
here
bidder.
too. It has 221,000 miles on it. It's a bit on the miles, but these, the old Ford, I mean, it runs pretty good. Has keys, engine runs, wind in the gear. It does have marks on the tires, which is weird because that usually indicates that somebody left it sitting alongside the road
New
and
bidder.
didn't come back and get it. And it's a really nice truck with ladders on it, so you think they've been working that. Look at the toolbox though. That is a nice toolbox on the back of this thing. That's, I don't know.
Sold.
It's got all the way down there, the
Next on the
doors and
block.
all the fun stuff. I mean, it's got to be, what, $300 to $500 toolbox. It's been pulling a trailer. It's got it's a 4x4 as well. I just really like that toolbox. It's at $3,500 right now. It looks like it has probably the Coyote engine in it, 5.0. Does have a check engine light on and a low tire light, and that's no big deal. You can see it's running because of the odometer or the RPM gauge there. It just has that check engine light, so that's a little bit leery. $3,550.
Sold.
That was all in pre-bids. Nobody even bid
Next on the block.
up anymore on that. So that's about 4,000. I don't know, 4,700, 4,800 with auction fees on it. Well, look at all the stuff in the back. So you got more stuff in the back. Maybe somebody got, I don't know, evicted and left their stuff. That's kind of sad if that's all the stuff that they own that's in the back of the truck. Maybe something happened to them, but yeah, it's got marks on the tires. It was left somewhere where it shouldn't be. A little bit of rust right there, but for about, you know, with auction fees, just over $4,000. I don't think that's such a bad deal, as long as it runs and drives down the road okay. So that is pretty much it on all the decent cars. There's over 100 cars here, but 75% of them, maybe even 80% of them, they're crashed. So if you're into party cars out, I mean, this is really the place to go. But about 20%, 25%, give or take, are cars that were impounded because somebody got arrested. They were just left alongside the road. But that happens sometimes. So if you are interested in any of those cars, just go to Artura, sign up. In your city, Indianapolis is probably the best city, really. They're the most organized, they have the most cars, and they give you the most information about them. So go there, check it out, and see what you can get, and make some money during tax season. So that is going to wrap it up for this episode of Street Right Garage. Until next time.